Hello, good evening. Welcome to Look North. Our top story tonight. South Yorkshire Police say they've identified who was responsible. Also tonight. Hello, good evening. A woman from Halifax whose brother died in police custody 25 years ago says she still needs answers about why another person was buried in his grave. Janet Alder has been fighting for the truth of why a 77-year-old woman was put in the place of her brother Christopher. South Yorkshire Police now say the person responsible was identified and questioned by officers but not prosecuted, as Pretty Mystery reports. That was Pretty Mystery there with that report. Next tonight, 2 probation services in Yorkshire have been rated inadequate in highly critical reports. Units in Kirklees and Sheffield were inspected earlier this year. The reports say improvements must be made to keep victims and the wider community safe. High workloads, staff sickness and job vacancy rates are all being blamed for the problems. Corinne, give us a recap. Why are they struggling and what they're struggling with?
Well,
some might be watching this and saying, hang on a minute, what about the wider public? Are we safe?
Absolutely.
Now, thousands of children in Yorkshire are missing out on learning to swim because of a nationwide shortage of instructors. In North Yorkshire alone, there's huge demand for swimming lessons, with more than 2,500 children on the waiting list. The Institute of Swimming are now training 30 new swimming teachers in the county, which they say could create capacity for 5,700 children to learn to swim each week. Nicola Rees reports from Ripon, where a new scheme is helping people to retrain as swimming teachers. Now, these people thrive on adrenaline, the rush of live performance, and despite the worst situation at home, a circus troupe made up of Ukrainians is determined the show must go on. Last year, South Yorkshire-based Circus Cortex cancelled its schedule for 2 months because so many acts were staying with family or were forced to fight. This season, though, the troupe is ready to go, as Heidi Tomlinson reports. It's years since I went to the circus, but it looks fabulous, doesn't it? On for the next couple of weeks over Easter in Sheffield. If you do fancy it, let's hope they have sell-out crowds. Now, if I said to you, Lord of the Flies, whoa, some of you may have had memories of reading this book at school or even seeing one of the film versions, a bit gruesome for me. There's now a stage show being presented at Leeds Playhouse by a young cast from every walk of life. It's a very dark tale that examines the worst that humans can be and what happens to the vulnerable when civilization breaks down. Kathy Killick reports.